170 jobs lost at Snap just because they don't have enough investment money to put towards one of their departments. Welcome back to Fashion Innovation Feed News. I'm Vaughn, and I am speaking to you today about Snapchat's letting go of Airs. If you don't know Airs, it's their augmented reality enterprise services that allowed brands, fashion brands specifically, to be able to collaborate with them to create their AR virtual try-ons and filters. They also had other things like fit finders, as well as 3D rotatable captures on their websites and apps. Now, what does this mean for fashion? It means basically AR isn't working. The whole point of its existence was so that people can engage with items virtually. Now, by letting this platform go, doesn't mean that the Snapchat filters are going, but it means that the services behind that for fashion brands has left the building. It's goodbye to the support that fashion brands were having to develop these AR filter and experiences. And I'm glad they're actually being honest about this and really just telling us the truth, because a lot of companies would try to hide it and they'll just say, oh, we're just prioritizing other things. This is like, it's not working, so we're not going to invest any more money into that, and we're just going to focus on the other things that are working. The Snap Inc. CEO has said the following: to grow our enterprise offering for retailers, we simply cannot make that investment at this time. Our business performance has reduced our capacity to invest in this incremental opportunity, as we have had to focus our resources on our core advertising business, which means that is a knock-on effect for the amount of brands that will actually adopt AR. Let's say Gucci, who have been using this for a while, are no longer now able to look at how they are doing in terms of performance. So how many users are actually using the things. So that means there's no back end, basically, platform or what they call the enterprise manager to be able to support these brands to be able to really monitor everything that's happening with their AR. Enberg from eMarketers actually quoted the following: I can imagine it was a tough sell for many brands, considering how few people are shopping with AR regularly, and AI is where companies want to be investing right now. If Airs had been bringing in meaningful revenue for Snap, it's unlikely they would sunset it. And I think that's really just the nail on the head there. Saying that, I have some numbers for you. According to Forrester's Ask, 27% of US online consumers use AR to consume media, and 17% use it to transact. It's something that's quite simple, it's a little bit fun, but it does seem like consumers are a little bit put off by it because they just can't be bothered to do it. It's like an extra step that's added. If there's no need really for this like in-between process for when they kind of see an item all the way to the decision of their purchase, then maybe it's not quite relevant. I was actually speaking to one of the people from Capacity who mentioned that adding even one extra click to a shopping experience can already put people off, especially if you're now including obviously this new tech. But what is also apparent with this shebang is that there are fashion brands that have done actually well using AR. Goodar was one of the fashion brands that sell sunglasses, and they actually increased their sales by 59%. What that also tells us is that sunglasses, something that is a little bit less tangible than a whole garment or sneakers that really depend on size more than sunglasses, is probably why it's easier to accept, I guess, as a customer, or for the brand to also integrate. It's a little bit easier to visualize yourself with the AR filters, with those sunglasses, compared to visualizing yourself with this garment that you don't even know if it's going to fit you that same way, because you have this filter that is just predicting things. Whereas sunglasses, usually it's just that frame. The adjustments are so minor compared to a garment that really just does not fit well. So I'm predicting that this is probably why, AR filters have been declining with fashion specifically. But what does seem to still be testing and kind of working a little bit is 010's on-screen augmented reality. And that is where you are able to try on the garments on a bigger screen than your smartphone, which actually the founder at 010 mentioned. And 010 have been doing this with Tommy Hilfiger, where they had screens in their store, the physical store, to allow people to try them on physically or digitally in this case. So that's mixed reality right there. That is a completely different experience because it does require you to physically go somewhere, whereas the virtual try on your phone, you can try on at home in your own living room. But I'm not sure if that's really the true reason why this is not working for Snap. I think we have to really rethink, how are we going to revolutionize the fashion shopping experiences without having to add too many processes for the brands on the back end, but also for the customers. So maybe end-to-end solutions by startups or tech companies can really help the brands be able to integrate these technologies much faster and easier. But also for the consumers who don't want to have to click through things or even learn about how things work, or just don't have the time to be messing around with filters before shopping, maybe there are other things that can work. And in this case, what is being said that will work is AI.